So let me introduce you to one of my hobbies, which is perfume collecting. I have curated a number of fragrances, especially from Middle Eastern houses, because they are much more available and much more affordable for me. So I'm able to collect them. And one of my favorite houses is the house of Khadlaj. The reason why I love Khadlaj is because the atomizers are very, very unique. I mean, they have one of the best atomizers in the game, and they have very strong, unique scents. I have curated my current top five Khadlaj fragrances, and number five is this one called Fursan White. Fursan White was not a love at first sniff for me because it was too vanilla and coconut heavy, and the coconut here wasn't the kind of coconut I am used to. I'm used to a very fresh, young coconut. But this is a toasty coconut, so it brings in that toastiness, brings in the heaviness, kind of makes it heavy, and it's also quite vanilla heavy. But as we go through the olfactory journey, it kind of softens with the introduction of bergamot and jasmine. Now it settles down very vanilla, very coconutty, and amberwood. So it settles quite creamy. It lasts very long. It announces your presence before you even do. This is a very memorable fragrance. Nobody will forget you in a hurry. It speaks of, quiet luxury. If you, the people I see wearing this are people who go for like high-end luxury vacation, with your Ankara swimsuits, lathered in cocoa butter and lots of almond oil, and of course sunscreen. So this is the vibe it gives. It gives a vacation vibe. Very lovely fragrance. That's 6 hours on my skin and more than 12 hours on my clothes. So the next one is Rose Couture. Now this is a very rose incense heavy fragrance, but don't let that deter you. It opens up quite fruity, quite airy, quite bright. It's because of the presence of perfumed fruits like lychee and pear. Then you can also smell bergamot here. It brings in that freshness. But almost immediately, the incense and the Turkish rose and the oud comes together. Now, the oud is not the smelly kind of oud. It is a very subtle oud. It's there, but it's not there to project. It's just there to make the fragrance very well rounded. Settles down into a sweet rose kind of smell. This projects greatly. I pair it most of the time with Delilah Blanc, but on its own, it's also as good. It projects, it gives you that romantic date night, soft girl vibe, like a girl who doesn't want to be bothered, a comfortable babe. This is a very sweet, young rose fragrance, and I think it has been compared to perfumes de Mali, Delina. So, but this is kind of a more understated, wearable version of that fragrance. I've actually put my nose on that fragrance, and to be honest with you, I actually prefer this. One, because of its price point, and two, they smell really similar. So, yeah, my third one is my signature scent. Now, if you catch me on a random day, I will probably smell of this fragrance. It's called Flor Oud. Where is the cap? Here is the cap. It's called Flor Oud. Now, don't let the name fool you. There is really no oud in this. There's really no oud in this. Even if it's there, it's quite undetectable and very subtle. It's a very citrusy floral fragrance, and also fresh too. Good for all occasions like weddings, evening parties, conferences. It's that unoffending, like it won't offend you. It's a perfume that I think it's a crowd pleaser. It opens up very bright, very citrusy, mandarin orange and orange blossom. Then in come some kind of rose and jasmine flowers. Now this is not overpowering. That I just smell something resonance in here, but I don't really know what that is. It smells a little bit green, but it ties into the roundness of the fragrance. Oh, this is going to be my scent of the day again. I absolutely adore this fragrance. It's very sophisticated, very elegant. Um, it speaks of soft comfort. You know what I mean? Soft comfort. Anyone wearing these knows who they are and what they are doing with life, because like this is a boss fragrance, hands down. One of my favorites. I mean, it was very difficult for me to choose amongst my top three because they are right there at the very top. Now, my number two is this one, Vanilla Island Dune. Oh, this is a very spicy, sweet fragrance. Spicy, sweet fragrance. Very, very mysterious. It opens up with cinnamon and cardamom. You can smell it with vanilla. And there is something bright in here. Is it orange or bergamot? I don't know. But there is a citrus here that is, making it quite bright because the spices and the vanilla quite makes it a dense fragrance. But that citrus note in here kind of softens it. It's a very sexy, mysterious scent. This is the scent I wear when I want to be sexy. Very good for date night. And if you want to be eaten, if you want to be eaten raw, wear this. Wear this. It's very dangerous. It's very mysterious. It dries down quite sweet, quite vanilla, and in comes praline with amberwood. There's definitely some sort of wood here, but it's not an overpowering wood. What you smell is your vanilla, your citrus, and your spices. Beautiful fragrance. I think this is the only unisex, truly unisex fragrance I have in this Cadillac collection. A man can pull this off, a woman can pull this off, but I love to smell this on a man. I love to smell this on a man. Like, any man who wears this really knows what they are doing. It's sexy, it's mysterious, and I love it. Then my current favorite, and that is the newest in my collection. The reason why I think I love it is because I don't think I have anything like it. I gravitate towards more floral, more floral, fresh fragrances. But recently, I have started adding to my Gourmand collection. Like, really, I have started. So this is a Gourmand scent. This is called Cloud Candy by Khadlaj, of course. It smells like a candy from my childhood. If you know Splash, that's what this smells like. It opens up, see? It opens up quite fruity and sweet. The top notes are strawberry, and there is freezer in it that makes it, a lot brighter. Middle comes in coconut. Now, this coconut is the kind of coconut that I like. It's that young coconut, that young, sweet, fresh coconut. And this smells like cloud, like you're on a cloud. There comes in marshmallow. Now it dries down vanilla, sugar, and fruity. That's what it dries down to. But it's a very unique scent to me because I don't have this in my collection. It can go with anything. I use it to layer anything that I want to bring some sweetness in. And one of the things I layer with is this one, Vanilla Voyage by Maison Azra. Please do not wear these two fragrances around a man because they are going to eat you up. That's how it is. They are going to eat you up. Both together, sexy. On its own, quite sexy too. You don't need to layer it. It makes its own statement. But I like to layer for a lot more complexity. Not that it isn't complex. It is complex enough. But you know me, I'm quite extra. So I layer it. That's it for my top 5 fragrances from the house of Khadlaj. Please follow for more.